Today on our 2005 Scion XA, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Curt Trailer Hitch Receiver Class 1, part number C11488. Now here's what your hitch is going to look like once it's installed. It's going to tuck up nicely under the rear bumper of our car. The only thing that's going to protrude is going to be our receiver. It's going to be a nice black powder coated finish. And we're going to have the ring style safety chain loops. Should be enough room to get most of your safety chains on there. This hitch does come with a hitch pin and clip that is included. It's going to be a complete bolt-on design utilizing the bolts that your factory tow hooks would go into. And it's just going to bolt on in place of them. All the hardware is going to be supplied with our kit. This hitch is going to feature a 200 pounds of tongue weight, which is our downward force, and 2,000 pounds of gross trailer weight, which is the amount of your loaded trailer can be. Now you want to check with your owner's manual or your manufacturer to make sure your vehicle is able to tow that, and always use the lower amount. Now one note with this hitch, if you're carrying a non-trailered load such as a cargo carrier or a bike rack, they recommend the use of a stabilization strap. Now we can go ahead and give you some measurements. It's going to help you in picking out your accessories such as a cargo carrier or a bike rack. From the center of the hitch pinhole to the outermost part of the bumper, it's going to be about 4 inches. And from the ground to the inside of the top of the receiver tube, it's going to be about 12 inches. Now let's go ahead and show you how to install it. Now our first step is going to be to locate our attachment points. It's going to be these 2 bolts that hold our tow hooks on either side. They're both identical, so we'll need to remove those 2 14mm bolts, take down our tow hooks, and we'll give those back to our customer as they won't be going back on the car. And we'll take out our 14mm bolt and set those bolts aside. Now we're going to go ahead and take a tube brush. If you don't have one, you can pick it up on our website, part number 814092. We're going to spray a little bit of lubricant in here. And we want to clean out the holes just to make sure there's no built-up grit and grime in there. It's also a good idea to take your new bolt, just go ahead and thread it in by hand to make sure they're going to go in easily. We're going to be using a new bolt with a conical tooth washer with the teeth facing up to the hitch to install our hitch with. Now before we put our hitch up into place, we're going to need to remove these 2 plastic clips that hold these lower bumper supports on. We're just going to take a screwdriver and loosen up the center. Then we can grab it with a pair of pliers and pull them out. Now we're going to reuse those, so we'll just set them aside. There's going to be one on either side. We're going to fold those down out of the way. Now the last thing we're going to do before we put our hitch up into place is take off this rear hanger. So we're just going to pull it out of the bracket. Just to give us enough room to slide our hitch up and over. Now we'll get a second set of hands to help us slide our hitch up into place. Now once we have it hanging in position, we go ahead and push it all the way forward, and we'll snug down our bolts using a 17mm socket. Now we can go ahead and torque them down to the specifications listed in our instructions. And we'll repeat that for the other side. Now we can reattach our exhaust. We can reinstall our clips. Push it up. We'll snap the center in. We'll do that for both sides. And that's going to complete our install. That's going to do it for our look at and install of the Curt Trailer Hitch Receiver Class 1, part number C11488 on our 2005 Scion XA.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.